Hi there, Monique Derwin, the Integrative Mind-Body Coach. Today, I'm going to bring you a little mindful movement, a little bit about the neck area. I want to talk to you specifically about what's going on in the top of the shoulders, into the neck, and things like that. So I'm going to show you a couple moves, and of course, I'm going to bring in that mind-body work for you. So we'll just start by sitting down, and I want you to just take a breath. We always want to establish presence first whenever we're doing any type of pain relief work, okay? This is simply because the brain needs something to anchor to so that it's not up here spinning around telling you all the things, giving you the suggestibility, the information, the ideas from what you've heard out here, okay? I have had several car accidents, a lot of trauma to this part of my head and my neck and my body. And over the years, I have listened to the suggestibility of others out there who truly were trying to help me, but they gave me information that was not true for me. And then my brain believed it and it went off and it created patterns around that. So I want to give you a completely different way to address this stuff. Neck pain is a signal from the body. So there is an information, there's a warning light. It's like, hey, pay attention to me, okay? So when you feel this, the first thing that you want to do is get into your body and get present. Not in the mind, not in all the thoughts, not in the distractions, but into the body. And so I want you to close your eyes for a moment and just take a breath. Seeing if you can pull down all of that energy into the heart or into the belly, okay? Letting it drop all the way down. Maybe a big exhale, sighing away. I want you to feel your seat against the chair or the floor or whatever you're connected with. I want you to take your shoulders and I want you to roll them away from your ears. I want you to take the back of your shoulder blades and allow them to soften and relax. I want you to bring the awareness down to your hips and allow that to just melt. Bringing in peace, calm, alignment. Okay? This is presence right here in your body. Just listening to my voice, not having to do anything else, just staying right here in the moment with me. Now I want you to open your eyes very softly. I want you to take your right hand and I want you to put it to your left ear and just slightly bend, creating just a little bit of space in the neck right here, making sure the shoulder stays down, slightly pulling on the head, not with pressure, just as a support, just as a guide so that your head's not wobbling back and forth. Come back to the center. I want you to feel the two sides. Notice if you notice any difference. We'll go with the left hand to the right ear now, and again, just pull over to the side very gently. We're not yanking, we're not putting pressure. It's just a guide, it's just a hold. Drop that right shoulder down. Maybe taking another exhale here. Coming back up to center and just noticing. Now I want you to just look side to side. Just really slow with your breath. On the inhale, we're going to go left. On the exhale, we're going to go right. Inhale left. Exhale right. One more time, each side. Inhale left. Exhale right. Now, I'm going to do a couple shoulder movements. We're just going to pull up and drop down. Pull up and drop down. Pull up and drop down. Do that a few times, 3, 4, 5 times. I just want you to mess with those joints a little bit, just letting them kind of get lubricated, bringing some circulation and life back into them, right? Now we'll do some rolls, little shoulder rolls. You can feel this all the way into your shoulder blades, down your spine. When you're really present and connected, you can start to feel it all the way into your hips. Remembering that the roof of the mouth mirrors the roof of the pelvis. This means if your neck is out of alignment, your hip is probably out of alignment. If your hip is out of alignment, your neck is probably out of alignment, right? This is normal. We can realign it. Do not be worried. Do not be afraid. Don't run off and go try to fix things. Just stay here, right? Just an awareness. So we've rolled the shoulders a little bit. We've got a little bit of lubrication in the joints. We've done a little bit of stretching and opened up the traps here, right? Maybe now you just take to the front of the collarbones right here. Here's my collarbone, right underneath. Pull down slightly and look all the way up. Slowly pulling the neck back. Open up the front of that throat. Freedom to express. Maybe you let out a sigh. Coming back down, we're going to look all the way down. As if you're going to try to look inside of your belly button. I want you to curve your spine from the neck all the way forward. Behind is still planted in, rooted in. The only thing that is moving from the neck up and back up, right? Now at this point, you should feel like you have a little bit of range of motion in this area that you did not have before. You can add on to this with other stuff if you need to, but just kind of check in. And then maybe intuitively move. Does your body need anything else, right? I've got a little bit of tension in my spine today. I did some power yoga yesterday and a lot of core movements. And so I'm feeling a little bit of restraint, a little bit of tightness. So maybe it's just a side to side. Maybe it's a shoulder forward, right? As you're doing this, you're opening up everything in this area. Again, let it be just natural. What does your body want to do? Okay. So now that you've put a little bit of movement and life back into it, sometimes there's a fear that we're going to hurt ourselves again. I want you to take that fear and throw it into the garbage can. That fear is keeping you stuck right now from living your best life and healing this part of your body. And I know it's easier said than done, so I'm not making light of it at all, but that's what we have to do, right? We have to just put the fear in the garbage because we want to have fear. We don't want to walk into the street. We don't want to be eaten by a bear. We don't want to step on a snake, right? Like that's real. We need to be aware of certain things. But is this fear or is this anxiousness for possibly what could happen if I do this move or this thing or bend over funny or pick something up or go to the gym or whatever, right? There's a fear that we could hurt ourselves. And oftentimes we confuse the anxiety of what could happen because of the anticipation that our brain thinks with the fear of this is really dangerous, right? These are two totally different things. So we want to separate those first. So we're present, we've moved the body, we can feel the joints, the body, the tissue, all the things moving around. We can see that it's safe, that we don't have to hurt ourselves with these simple little moves and exercises. Now we're gonna come in with the mind-body work, okay? And that's gonna look like, what am I shouldering in my life? What responsibilities am I carrying that maybe don't belong to me? Maybe I want to help or do or be a part of something, but I'm not actually getting what I need to get out of it. And so I'm overgiving, I'm people pleasing, I'm carrying all the weight of stuff, right? You may feel some tension in this area. If you feel it in the front of the neck, you may have a problem expressing and voicing. People, this is going to be unconscious. So often my friends are like, oh, I don't have any problem saying what I mean. I hear you. I know. I promise I hear you. I know that you truly don't have a problem saying that kind of stuff. But there's a little bit of something else going on in the unconscious that you're not seeing. And that's where a second person comes in that can help you identify that stuff, okay? So if you're someone who knows that you speak out everything, but you're still feeling a little bit of trapped information here in the physical body, not sure what's going on, let's talk, because that's actually a big part of what I help people with. If you're feeling it in the neck itself, right? Is something or someone being a pain in my neck? Am I unable to be flexible with something going on right now? Am I finding inflexibility with life, with people, with my environment, okay? So take a moment and just give yourself permission to truly answer these things from an inner knowing, not from a space of, that doesn't make sense and that can't be true. And look, I hear you. I hear you. This information is so different than anything we've been taught. I would encourage you to truly ask yourself, am I having difficulty being flexible? Is something irritating me in my life? Is something being a pain in my neck? Am I carrying or shouldering responsibility that maybe I don't want to anymore? Maybe it's not even mine. Maybe it's been passed down through generations or family or environmental stuff. If any of this feels true to you and you want to talk about it further, I'm going to put a link right in the bottom right here for us to connect. I would encourage you to just fill out the application and let's have a conversation. There are so many possibilities and opportunities with this work, and it's not a one-size-fits-all healing process. And so the way that I work with people is that I customize things specifically for you and your ailments and the way that you learn and heal. Everybody goes through these things differently. And fortunately, I was the one trying to figure this out for 20 years before I found a way that worked for me. So I have a pretty vast library of information. And so I understand that everybody does this work differently. So if you feel stuck, if you have pain in your neck and your shoulders, and you're just not sure what to do with it, you've been hitting your head against the brick wall, you've tried all the things, and you're at the end of it. You're at the end of the rope. You're not sure. Let's talk. I can teach you how to implement what you already know in a practical way that will have your body heal viscerally. So we'll talk soon, okay? Have a great day.